What's up, man? So today I wanted to talk about what's an ideal body weight for your frame. So a client once told me that he wanted to get a respectable amount of weight. So what does a respectable amount of weight actually look like? Like you and I, when we're out in the street, we can see what it looks like. Someone who's not too skinny, someone who's not too big, someone who's not too fat. It's just someone who's built solidly while still being lean. That's what a respectable weight is. But what does that look like in terms of a concrete number? Because once we know the number, then we can set our sights on a goal and work our ways towards that. In a 2012 study, researchers took 40 men and 40 women, and they gave them software to make a version of the human body that they found the most attractive. And what they found was that men and women, when considering the female body, had almost the exact same BMI as their ideal body weight. And so that was about 19 BMI. Now, when it came to the male body, women and men differed a little bit. So women thought that the best male body was a little bit lighter, and guys obviously thought that the better looking male body was a little bit heavier. So on average, women chose that the best male body was a 24.5 BMI, and for men it was a 25.9 BMI. Now that's not off that much, but it's by a good 10 or 15 pounds depending on your height. So let's take a look at a few examples. For women, the average height in the United States is 5'4", and so with that BMI of 19, that weight would be around 110 to 115 pounds. For the average male height of 5'9", women preferred a body weight of around 168 pounds, where guys preferred a body weight of 180 pounds. Okay, now here's a BMI chart so you can take a look at your own height. As for me at 6 foot, women would prefer me at 180 pounds, and men might want to see me at 190 or 195 pounds to be seen as a respectable amount of weight. Now keep in mind that this BMI has to be reached through muscle and not fat. So keeping in between the 10 to 20% healthy body fat range and you'll be good. Now aside from that study, what I found kind of funny is that Steve Reeves also published some guidelines about what size a male should be. Now, Steve Reeves is considered one of the best looking bodybuilders of all time. He competed in the late 1940s, and so this was a time before steroids, and so he gained all of his muscle just eating things like meat and potatoes and honey and goat milk, and just like simple things like that, a lot of gelatin, just simple real food, and not a lot of supplements and no drugs or anything like that. Now, before Steve Reeves died, he actually called on Arnold Schwarzenegger with an open letter saying that he needed his help to help save the sport of bodybuilding. Because when Steve Reeves got into bodybuilding, he found that it brought a lot of confidence, it brought a lot of good character development and strength and health and fitness. It used to bring them to the next level. And now he saw that the sport of bodybuilding had it kind of turned into this weird, like, freakish size kind of thing where, like, you have to take all these horrible drugs that are going to, like, ruin your health just to get bigger. It wasn't about proportion, it wasn't about symmetry, it wasn't about health anymore. It just seemed to be about, like, size, and no matter what, just size. And so Steve Reeves called on Arnold and he's like, hey, let's save this sport of bodybuilding. Let's give people realistic goals to go after. And so what I found funny was that for the exact same height, so for 5'9", he said that you should be 180 pounds. And that was exactly the same weight that men chose as their ideal body weight. So it just seems to be almost something innate in us where we see somebody about this BMI, about 25 to 26 BMI, seem to be a respectable amount of weight. And that should probably be the ideal body weight that you should shoot for. Now, it doesn't mean that you're less of a good person if you're under or over that kind of thing. It just means that if you're shooting after that goal, that could be a good one to go for. I'm going to drop Steve Reeves' list here. That's going to have all of the heights and weights that he recommended. Now, he also said that if you were thin boned, you could take 10 pounds off. And if you were heavy boned, you can add 10 pounds on, depending on what your bone structure looks like. Anyways, I hope that helps. So just to recap, women preferred seeing about 24.5 BMI on men, and men preferred to see closer to 26 BMI. And then so far, for my height, I should be going for about 190 to 200 pounds being at 6 foot. And so it looks like I've got a bulk in order for me. And let me know what you're going to be going after next. Now be sure to like and subscribe so that the YouTube algorithm knows exactly that you want to see more content just like this. That's it for me, and I hope you have a great day.